it's a must-win, as everybody knows. Not an ideal situation, but like I said, after the game, we still have an opportunity to go out and compete tomorrow and go get a win.
They did describe kind of just the energy of on edge. And how do you make sure that you guys use that from the standpoint of beneficial to
Yeah, we got to go compete, play as hard as we possibly can, and treat it like a game 7. That's basically what it is for us.
Why has the fourth quarter been such an issue, do you think, for you guys this series?
I feel like, not just the fourth quarter, the end of quarters, we haven't finished quarters the way we needed to. I feel like the end of the first quarter last game, we could have been up 10-12. I think they hit a couple shots, cut it to 5 or 6, and then second quarter they took the lead. So there's many things in the game that we could do better to help ourselves, give ourselves a better opportunity to win. And then the fourth quarter, it comes down to just executing. Like I've said many times, you win and lose on the margins, and in the fourth quarter, we just haven't done a good enough job to get those wins we needed.
We talked late in the regular season about last year's playoffs. A similar thing you expressed to me about recognizing those moments, about where the game can swing. Maybe when you have a lead, make it bigger. How do you actually go about executing where you actually recognize those moments and make sure you don't let them slip?
I don't know. That's almost every possession's got to feel like that. You got to treat every possession as an individual thing that you got to go attack. And the more the game goes on, obviously, when you get into the fourth quarter and it's a close game, those plays matter, more than the one did the first 2 minutes of the game. But if you go in with a mentality like that of, every single play matters and you execute to the best of your ability, you're never going to be perfect. You'll give yourself a good opportunity to win.
Austin, in that third quarter, you guys start hot and you sort of went pretty quickly to DiVincenzo and Reed off the bench. Just wondered that unit that they play the most, what stands out about them and kind of the way that you guys play against them.
When they go small?
Yeah, essentially that Rudy and Conley come out and DiVincenzo and Reed come in.
I mean, it gives them a different look. They have, a lot of guys that they can, rotate in and out to, give their team a different look. And, when you take Rudy out, not so much Conley, obviously, because Conley shoots it well. You have 5 guys on the court that can shoot the ball for them. And they're physical, more times than not, they read 1 through 5. So they give you a bunch of different looks.
In the third, you guys were able to create basket stops and advantages and different things like that. How hopeful are you that you were able to replicate some of that scoring in that particular way versus just like getting mismatches you like and exploiting those?
Yeah, very. You gotta you want to create the easiest shot possible every single possession, and we have enough talent, on our team to do that. We have guys that can drive closeouts. We got guys that can shoot the ball, and we obviously got Bron and Luka that can make any play in basketball. So every single possession, we got to get the best look possible.
Thanks, Austin.
Oh yeah.
That was great.
I know you talked on Sunday about looking at that third quarter from game 4, but just in general, you guys looked at the film of the team. What was the biggest takeaway?
The way we play in third quarter, I think the way we play our best basketball. So we look at that third quarter, what we're doing great, and just follow that.
What's the line between being confident but being desperate at the same time, and playing like it's a game 7 while also still playing freely in the way that you guys play with it?
I mean, we definitely treat it like game 7. You lose, you go home, no matter what. But you can't be looking in the future. So I got to focus on this game, and then from there go on.
How are you feeling physically, and what's your mood going into the game?
I'm good. My mood. What do you mean, my mood? What's my mood?
Mood.
Mood?
Yeah.
Confidence is a big part of it. Like I said, we got to treat it as game 7, and we got to stay together.
What needs to happen for you guys to have better fourth quarters? you guys have had so far in the series?
Gotta make more shots. It's easy. I think we got some good shots. We didn't make it. Obviously, I got me, Braun, and AR. We got to walk the game down at this point. So, me starting, got to do a better job closing the game out.
What will you do between now and tip-off tomorrow to put yourself in the best position for the moment?
Rest. For rest. We did practice. Get everything done in the morning. From now on, just rest.
Luka, when you guys went to Dorian to start the third quarter, Minnesota countered pretty quickly with Conley and Gobert go to the bench and then kind of Nas and DiVincenzo. Just wondered that group for Minnesota. What are the ways that they defended you and kind of the ways to attack them that you noticed the most?
I think they'll try and go to blitz a little bit with Naj. So if they're gonna go back to blitz, just play out of there. If not, attack the paint. That's been our main focus, and we got to do that more.
And then obviously all five of those guys shoot. What's the challenge defensively against that group?
Yeah, we got to fly around. They have the 5 lasers on the court, really good shooters. So we got to fly around.
When you watch or rewatch a game like that, what stuck out to you most from Game 3 or 4? I'm sorry.
The tall we could have it. It was some little mistakes, that cost us the game. But just looking at the third quarter, how we played, how we shared the ball, we were flying around. That gives me confidence for the next game.
Are you aware that the last 2-minute report came out and they conceded you had been direct? When you see that, is your reaction to appreciate them acknowledging the mistake, or how does it feel when you hear that?
I mean, honestly, it's after the game, so it doesn't really matter. For sure not. So the game's over, we lost, so just got to move on. But it's after the game, so it doesn't really matter.
That's happened a handful of times in this series where they've guarded you. I would imagine you try to get into a guy and stuff like that, your feet get tangled up. Do you feel like that's been a strategy of theirs, or has it been intentional?
I don't know. I don't think it's intentional. Just playing hard, trying to guard me with everything they got. So I don't think it's intentional. But obviously, as too many supporters say, anything can happen after that. You don't know the outcome, so we can't talk about it.
Do you feel any extra sense of just pride or just going into it being a home game and wanting to make sure that you guys come out and game 5 with a win, but and also being at home? Is there any extra oomph that you have for that?
Obviously, get the crowd into it. It's a must-win game for us. So I'm excited to play this game, and it's a challenge. It's a big challenge for us, and see how we respond.
You guys haven't been together all that long as a group, but you've seemingly been through a lot in that time. Do you think those experiences over the last 2.5 months have kind of given you some sort of preparation for what's ahead in the series?
I mean, yeah, but it's hard to without practices. We didn't have much practice together, so it's hard to get the chemistry on the court. But I think we're ready for it. We could have won some games. Little mistakes cost us, but we're still confident we can win, and we're gonna go after everything.
Luka, you donated $5,000 to try to restore Kobe and Gigi Bryant mural. Why was that important to you?
I'd always say, I always give back my foundation gives back, to organizations. Forgot the name, English, my foreign language. Sorry.
Like community stuff.
Community, yeah. There we go. Community.
Thanks, man. I got it.
It was always important to give back to the community that gave me so much. So just want to give back.
What's been the balance for you guys, both you and LeBron, as the vocal leaders of this team, and how did you guys kind of determine that balance? As you guys are approaching each of these games, talking to the players, etc. What is it like, the dynamic?
I don't know about balance, but just giving out advices. Obviously LeBron has won. I haven't won yet, but I've been in tough situations, so I know what's the deal. So just trying to get the guys to go up.
Thanks, Luka.
Thank you.
JJ, how would you best describe kind of where you guys are mentally and physically coming out of that game 4, heading into game 5?
I would describe us as on edge, as we should be.
How can you guys best use, that kind of energy going into facing an elimination game?
You have to play with a sense of desperation. You can't can't change what's already happened, and you can't feel sorry for yourself.
What was the big message from when you gathered with your team the first time back in LA? What did you want to convey to them as a group?
Well, I think there's a lot of stuff that we did defensively that is preventable. And in both games up there, I thought there was a lot of self-inflicted wounds.
Who would you go with the same in the second half of the game before start game 5?
TBD.
When you got to look at the tape, look at the fourth quarter, was there any sign of fatigue affecting your guys' performance?
No, and you know what? Looking back now, what have we scored? 19, 20, 13 in the fourth quarter. You know, it's a trend. It's more so than that. I mean, we missed our two best players missed layups at the rim. You know, it's I don't think they missed layups because they were tired.
You mentioned the trend of low scoring fourth quarters throughout the series. Is there a commonality between these games 1 and 4? Why that's been the case?
You know, I think there's been a lot of times where we've gotten some good looks, and I think in Game 4 in particular, when we didn't turn the ball over, like we had some good looks. And I think early, 3 of the first 4 possessions were sort of what I would call wasted possessions. So I mean, it's just, you know, the series requires us to play a certain way. When we played that way, we've got good results, and the process has been good. When we haven't, it hasn't looked good.
Have they knocked you out of stuff with kind of their length and physicality? Do you think that's been
Knocked us out of stuff? What do you mean?
Like, you know, I mean, you guys, you know what you want to do. You know when you do it, it produces good results. Obviously, there are other factors trying to keep you from doing it. I'm curious if you feel like McDaniels and Alexander Walker and like their kind of strength on the perimeter and have prevented you guys from doing it more regularly.
No. I think we've been very clear about what we think works against this team and what doesn't.
How damaging Game 4 specifically was the end of quarter stuff? I think you guys were up by 10, could have been up by 12.
Yeah, I mean, the first quarter was damaging. I mean, net, it was basically even for end of quarter opportunities. But the first quarter really hurt.
Was any of your approach today, thinking back between games 1 and 2 and having the extended court time, how it seemingly helped your guys' performance by getting back on the court today going into Game 5?
I think it's a different situation when you go down 1-0 versus being down 3-1. I think it's a different situation.
The reality of your guys' position, obviously, is that you're a win away, or I'm sorry, loss away from the season being over, but also, home court is still 1 road win away. Have you sensed like the team not thinking too far ahead?
Yeah, I mean, our focus is on Game 5. We have to win Game 5, and that's been conveyed by coaches, players. Tomorrow's a Game 7 for us.
JJ, Coach, how do you make sure that decision to play all 5 guys 24 minutes, especially in their minds, due to a lack of confidence in guys like Lando?
Yeah, I mean, I spoke to everyone yesterday that would have potentially played in the second half. They all understood it. That there was no issue with that.
Coach Anthony Edwards has obviously had a strong series and obviously an amazing player. What's the key to trying to contain those?
I think you just have to be really disciplined, with what we're trying to do. When we've allowed him to play in his left hand, he's been pretty damn good. Again, I'm not going to talk about adjustments.
JJ, what have you learned about yourself as a coach in your first series, seeing all ups and downs of a playoff series?
Not really important. All right, thanks. Thanks, JJ.